LaFaye Benton is a singer, a songwriter with her own rock and soul live band. She tells me what she's working on right now for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. LaFaye Benton, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Oh, thank you.
My first time meeting you in person.
Yes. So good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Such an honor.
Oh, I appreciate it greatly. Needless to say, you're an Army veteran.
Yes.
A singer and songwriter.
Yes.
And still you have your live band, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I do still have it. Yeah.
LaFaye and the Fellas.
That's it.
Which is basically rock and soul live band.
Yeah, you got it.
And of course, you have your day job. You're an interior designer, so many things, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What is that one song of yours that would describe your life right now?
That would describe my life right now? Oh, this is a good question. Right now, at this very moment, Crazy by CeeLo. Or Gnarls Barkley.
Right. Oh, yes.
Forgot
about him.
CeeLo Green. Yeah. So, yeah, crazy right now. But only because I'm literally in transition. I have just actually relocated back to Charleston in the last week. So everything is everywhere.
Wow.
But I've still had events to go to in the midst of me relocating. So, like boxes with shoes and clothes. I had to find things to wear and all of that. But it's been probably one of the best weeks that I've had in a long time since I've been here. Yeah, but crazy, but absolutely grateful for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How has Charleston changed you musically?
Oh, in a tremendous way. Before I moved to Charleston, I lived in Savannah, where I was last stationed at too. And so I used to drive up here from Savannah to see some of what I consider some of the best voices in the world. I would come up to see, at that time, Black Diamond band was going, Star Queen was going, Sandrina Dunning, one of my most favorite, Kanika Moore. I would come up here to see them, Kiana Parler. And obviously they didn't know then because I was just little old me coming up to see them and experience them. But their vocal abilities to me at that time were some of the best that I'd heard. Even Ashley Hale, can't forget her. These are people that when I heard them, I'm like, oh, they got it. And listening to them made me want to be a better singer. Believe it or not, whether all of the names that I listed, older or younger than me, there was something that each one of those voices individually that they did something to me. And as a performer or as a singer first, you want to be able to, get the range, get up there to the Raptures and down below, which all of them are extremely capable of doing. So seeing them, it made me practice. Practice. Because yes, I can sing, but out of all of them, I probably I'm the entertainer one, so I'm the one that's going to hang from the ceiling fan and slide across the floor and do all of those things. So I'm like, okay, you have the entertainer aspect, but why not be a better vocalist? And so listening to them and being around them, and obviously being here in Charleston, being able to get a little bit of personal life with them as well, like get into their lives and kind of know them personally. It's allowed me the opportunity to be a better vocalist. And I will say, because of that, and because of all of them that are from Charleston, they push me. I don't think they know it. I've probably never told any of them, but girls, if you're watching this, all of y'all that I mentioned have absolutely inspired me and encouraged me from way back then. Obviously, I'm not singing as much now because of vocal surgery, but y'all inspired me so much and made my time in Charleston, made me want to be a better vocalist and to add that to being a better entertainer.
What else do you want to add to your musical career, Miss LaFaye?
What else do I want to add? Broadway.
Yes.
I want to add Broadway is my number one dream. So everybody, Sandrina Dunning deemed me Charleston's Tina when I did the Tina Turner tribute. And if you know anything about Broadway, Tina has Tina on Broadway, and they have the show, and it's here in this country, and then all over the world they travel as well. But my dream is to do Broadway.
Wow.
Tina Turner, if I can do Tina Turner Broadway or some form of Broadway in general type of setup, that's what I want to add to my musical. Obviously, put out some more music.
Sure.
Because I only have one single that's released, but I have a lot of unreleased music. So get some of that out. Obviously, get my voice back way stronger because with vocal surgery is not as strong as I'm used to it being. So I've got a ways to go with that. But other than that, yeah, I want to Broadway. That's the goal, Broadway. So Broadway, if y'all listening,
Yes.
call us.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're very welcome. So tell me, why Broadway? Why now?
Why Broadway? Broadway's always been a dream of mine. And not just now, it's always just been a thing that I have looked up to the performers that have been on Broadway.
Yes.
And have done those type and those form of shows. For instance, Manny Houston.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know you know Manny.
Sure.
Shout out to Manny. Hey Manny, love you, brother. What he's doing all of the shows and traveling from state to state and all over.
Yeah.
Things like that are the things that I live for and that I love to see others doing and that I know I'm fully capable of being
Yes.
able to do. So I want it.
Yes.
I want it.
And you'll have it.
We'll have it. We'll have it. We'll have it. For sure.
Absolutely. You talk about Manny Houston. You talk about Zandrina Dunning,
Yeah.
who's a part of our radio
Yeah,
family,
yeah,
of course.
there you go.
And so many of those people you just mentioned earlier. So when you get your voice back, Ms. LaFaye, which one of those do you want to collaborate with vocally?
Vocally, ooh. So me and Manny actually have a song.
Oh,
The last show that I did right before vocal surgery,
yes, ma'am.
I wrote and performed 5 of my own original songs, unreleased original songs, and then one cover. And one of those songs was a song that Manny actually produced. And so I wrote everything to it. My verse, his verse, chorus,
Yes.
hook, all of that.
Yeah.
So I would love for us to, me and Manny, to get that going.
Yeah.
Manny, let me see who else. For sure, I don't know if you know Mike Brown.
Oh, yes.
But he is a super talented. He actually just released a single. Oh my God, with one of the best vocalists in the world,
Really?
Laura. Her name is Laura. Laura is amazing. I would like to work with Laura.
Wow.
Work with Laura? I don't know. Learn from Laura.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because even just listen to her vocally, you just learn so much.
Wow.
So I would love to and she sang with me, sang behind me background years back. But she didn't know I was like fanning. You know, fangirl moment.
Yes.
You meet people that
Right.
you watched over the years, who
Oh, yeah.
you've listened to,
Sure.
who you've seen, and you know, you can hug their neck or talk to them on social media, those type of things. Like, I'm a girl's girl.
Yes.
So I promote and
Oh, yes.
I encourage and I
Right.
support all of the people, but
Yes.
Manny, Mike Brown, I would love to connect with Laura and just learn. I think those in the city of Charleston, those might be my top 3 for
Wow.
sure. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and I call Mike Brown Mike Jr. Just
Yeah, Junior, yeah,
inside
for sure.
joke.
Oh, I left one, Kanika.
Oh, yes.
Kanika's my girl.
Yes.
Somebody else, like Laura, like I mentioned, is a stellar vocalist. And these are people that I've watched, that I study, that I like their vocal abilities. I'm like, how did you think to do that? And it just makes you want to be a better vocalist. So for sure, those are my people. Those are the ones that I'm like, gotta work with them.
Oh, yes.
But I know I have to do some work on my end first to get my voice back strong and to get it back where it needs to be, where I'm used to it, where I know it is, if not better than where it was before the surgery. And then once that happens,
Yes, ma'am.
then I'll be able to bother them.
Oh, yeah. That time will definitely come.
Yes, absolutely.
I know that you've had this surgery, obviously. How has that affected you emotionally?
Oh my God. In the biggest way. When the surgery was first presented as an option, when they found out that there were polyps on my vocal cords, I was completely against it. I'm like, I've never had surgery on anything. I don't want surgery. Absolutely not. Like, this is my voice is my baby.
Yes.
You know, music is everything to me. So to know that there was a small possibility of me having surgery and not being able to have my vocal cords back, I was extremely afraid of that. But that was in October. The vocal surgery was in October, and so here we are in April. Woo-hoo, Aries season.
Okay.
Here we are in April, and my voice is so back. It's here.
It's here.
It's not, like I said, I mentioned before, it's not as strong, but I am doing my vocal exercises and my vocal training, and obviously searching for vocal coaches as well. So y'all, some vocal coaches that won't mind training me or get me back, in the ropes. I absolutely would love that. Love to connect. But it emotionally, it rocked my world. Because my biggest worry was that I would not be able to sing again. And I was able to talk, leaving out of surgery that day. I wasn't supposed to be, but I couldn't help it.
Right.
I just wanted to see, like, is it still there?
Yes.
And my mom and my grandma at the time were just like, shut up. Stop talking. Stop singing. You're not supposed to be doing any of those things. But I couldn't help it because I was so worried that that it was gone. So I was trying to do everything to just kind of see just a teeny weeny bit.
Yes.
But yeah, it rocked my world, like, in a major way. But it also allowed me to build another form of gratefulness. And grateful in a sense of knowing that I was mad, I was angry, I was sad. And it got to the point where it's just like, okay, if for whatever reason God does not allow my voice to come back, there are so many other avenues that I can still be connected to the music and the entertainment world, where I'm still able to use my gifts to help people, to support people, to do whatever with people. So I was able to tell myself that and live in that moment and accept that and be okay. So I grew to be okay with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Which has led me to this very moment now. And I'm not singing with the band as of right now. I've done one show and I sang background for a band out of Atlanta that came here that had a wedding. And I sang background for them, and I was like,
look at you.
Look at me. And it didn't hurt. It didn't bother me at all. And there were so many people that were in that one wedding. I think it was 7 singers total.
Wow.
And it didn't bother me. And I was like, okay, if I'm able to do this, I can only imagine, once it gets back,
yes,
what's happening. But yeah, it rocked my world tremendously, but it helped me to be so much more grateful for my gifts altogether.
Oh yes, that's absolutely correct. Absolutely. What is the biggest difference about your writing and your performing style from when you started to write now?
Ooh, in the beginning to now, when I first started as an artist, I did not know how to write music. I knew what type of music I liked. I knew the type of artists and the genres and I knew the things that I loved as an artist, but I could not figure out my writing style. And it wasn't until maybe about, I released my first single in 2019.
Oh yeah.
2018, 2019. And that was probably my first time actually paying attention to writing songs. Over the years, I would hear something in my head or have a thought, and I would put it in my notes in my phone. Right. But I never considered that writing a song until it became something that I was passionate about doing as an artist. And I want to say 2018-19 was when I kind of tried to figure it out. Right. I couldn't figure it out, so I got what they call writer's block and would stop and just be like, whatever. When it comes back, it'll come. If not, oh well. And then last year is probably when I learned my full-on writing method. What I use to absolutely write a song.
Yes, ma'am.
And to get to it from beginning to end. Yeah. So it's cool to see, because I ask a lot of artists and performers about their writing style, and they share it. It's like, oh wow, mine isn't too far off. So it's very interesting. But I will say I've watched my own growth from my very first single all the way up until now as a writer. And I got the pen, y'all. You need a song written? You need me to write your song, honey? I got you, okay? I got you. It's so cool to watch,
yes,
like to watch the growth, whether as an artist, as a songwriter, as an entertainer, as a performer. Because I like to put emphasis on the entertainer part. Like obviously, I can stand behind a microphone and sing, but honey, you can take that mic stand and we going to town. We gonna have us a good time. Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
You mentioned all of those career titles. I mean, this is a redundant question, Miss LaFaye, but which one has actually strengthened you as a person?
As a person? Oh, that's a good question. As a person, it's actually not even one that I mentioned. What strengthened me more as a person is my love for the community.
Yes.
My love for kids.
Yes.
My love for being able to use my gifts in what I've learned from being an artist and a performer and entertainer to help others. So when I say community, I mean being an advocate for education. So when I did live in Charleston before I moved this last time, I worked at a series of middle schools and high schools. And in that, I was always what the kids was considered the fun teacher. But I noticed in that they did not like school. They didn't like school, but they enjoyed music.
Yes.
And they enjoyed the arts.
Yes.
So those things allowed me the opportunity to connect with them, which is how I created the organization that I have called Auntie's House.
Yes.
And that is basically where we use the transformative power of the arts and music to reach the kids. So have concerts or have whatever it is that we can think of outside of getting school supplies and back to school drives. Try to find fun things to get them involved.
Yes.
And aside from all the fun things, still offer services to them that teach them confidence, that help build their confidence, that teach them how to be a singer, that teach them how to rightfully stand up and have a conversation with someone that may not be their age. They can talk confidently. They can walk into a room and feel like I belong here.
Sure.
I enjoy that more than anything. So, like you said, all of the things mentioned, artist, entertainer, performer, whatever, the thing that has done the most for me is community. Being able to be an asset, being able to help, being able to share my gifts, being able to give back.
Yes.
That's what I enjoy doing, whether it's kids or adults, because there's some adults that also have come to me and I've taught them the ways of how to talk in front of a crowd, or how to walk into a room and own it, those type of things. So that for me is probably my biggest reward.
And of course, my niece Delilah was in your group, so that was great.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Hey, Delilah girl.
Yeah, some amazingly smart kid. She's
she
beyond her
is.
years. But obviously, people come to you for help, and you give them help. Where do you get your confidence from?
So, growing up, my daddy is a pastor. So I always tell people immediately, like, that's where I got it from. So my dad's side, obviously I grew up in the church, and then on my mom's side, my mom's a Taurus. So I always tell everybody, like, she didn't play no games, okay? So between that side, and I got the best of both worlds. I got my dad's side where I grew up in church, and then obviously my mom's side. I won't say that I didn't go to church with my mom, but it was more so of I got the church side, and then I got I learned my street sense.
I was gonna say.
And how to, if I need to, I got that from my mama's side, okay? So I think my confidence, I definitely have my parents and my grandparents, my great-grandparents to thank for that. On the church side of things, my dad made sure that I was always in the song. Even to the point of, like, he made me preach a sermon one time as a teenager. Wow. But I mean, it turned out well. So, like, moments like that where I'm having to forcefully speak to the crowds or the church or whatever, it grew my confidence behind the microphone or, you know, in front of crowds. I put on concerts.
Yes.
As a teenager, I put on plays, helped write monologues. I did a lot of things. So those things early on were some of the reasons why my confidence at this age is what it is. Like, there's nothing no one can tell me to make me think any less than myself. And that is the same thing that I tell the people that I teach about confidence. Like, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. That's up to you to decide. But when it comes to where my confidence came from, my parents, my dad, my mama, my stepmama, my grandma, and my great-grandmas, listen, I don't play about my grandma. Okay? I don't play about my grandmamas. Yes. My great-grandma, Dale Freeman, and my grandma, Portia Faye. That's where I got my name from. But they are, like, my entire family is the foundation for everything that I do. I'm like, I gotta get rich and wealthy and famous so I can get the money and take care of them. Like, that's always been my thing. So my confidence came from my family, my dad pushing me to do all the things and allowing me just a space to be creative. Because at first, I will say, when he would push me to do these type of things, as a kid, you don't want to stand up and preach in front of, in front of the church. You don't want to do that. But I grew a love for being behind a podium, behind a microphone, on a stage, under lights, because of what my parents pushed me to do as a kid. Or the church, or in the school choir, whatever. My family is to blame for this confidence that I have. And a lot of people mistake it for arrogance. I'm not arrogant at all. There's nothing arrogant about me. I just hate that people don't understand the difference between a person with confidence and understanding that just because I know who I am or where I came from or how I was raised or what it is that I want out of life, it doesn't mean that I'm arrogant because of that. So get you some confidence, girl. I got you. Get you some confidence, okay? I got your back.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And you talk, Ms. LaFaye, about being creative. What else do you want to create next with those unreleased songs?
Oh my gosh. I don't know whether I want it to be an EP or an album, but I do know that I want to share them with the world.
Wow.
Simply because I wrote all of those songs at a time where I knew vocal surgery was coming, and I also know that I wanted to share stories. So share stories of, me finding love and being in love, or me having my heart broken, or just simply something for everybody of all ages to jam to dance to have a good time to. So I want to be able to put those songs out, whether as singles or whatever. The goal is, once his voice gets back to its best strength, the song's coming. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna put the songs out so everybody can hear. So and we love new music. There's so many artists that are out that I think are really good that don't get the recognition and the playtime that they should. But I'm definitely working so hard to make sure that those songs get out and get heard once the time comes.
There you go.
For sure.
Very exciting.
For sure. Thank you.
Well, LaFaye Benton, thank you so much for your time again. Welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you for having me. Such an honor. I'm always honored for anybody to reach out and to want to hear my story and ask questions about my little life. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh, give me a hug. Oh, yay.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.